Come with me on a 3-day training trip to Banger Park in Scharnitz, Austria. Before getting started, my friend Tom and I warmed up down in the parking lot, and I did a few rotations as practice for the Cork 7. That's the trick I was learning last time I was here, and I really wanted to polish it off on this trip. I started doing a couple of them, and I was really focused on making my leading elbow lead because last time I was having a hard time with that. And while some of these looked okay, a few of them didn't look great. I wasn't able to get very corked like I was last time. In fact, some just looked like a straight 7 with a wobble. But on the whole, I was happy with this for a first session and really happy to fix that leading elbow problem. So, we just finished our first session here and it was really good. I did a few straight airs at the beginning and then got right back into working on the Cork 7, and I was really pleasantly surprised that I was doing it just about as well as I was when I left last time, and I even fixed a few of the issues I was having last time already, so very happy about that. We're going to take a break now and we'll go back out this afternoon for a second session. In our second session of the day, I kept working on the Cork 7, and I was focused again on my leading elbow, but also getting the rotations into a cork. I felt like it went a little bit better this session, but there were still a few attempts where I just didn't get into the cork, and it looked like a straight 7 with a mute grab, which is cool, but not when you're trying to do a cork 7. Hey, it's our second day here at Banger Park. We're here with Tom and Will, who just went down. It looks like it's going to be a great day. It rained all night, but now the sun is coming out. So we're alone up here right now, which is nice. Hopefully it doesn't get super crowded. And yeah, let's get going. So on this day, I kept working on the Cork 7, but now my focus was on my skiing at takeoff. I'd sent some videos from the day before to my coach Lucas, and he said that if I fix my skiing at takeoff, the whole rotation will be a lot better. So this is what I mean. In the top left, you can see both of my skis are perpendicular to the lip of the jump at the takeoff. That's what you want. What you don't want is something more like the bottom right, where one of your skis is turned inwards, creating a counter rotation, which is going to make the rotation harder to get around. So I did a better job with this today because here in the middle you can see one of the ones from yesterday, and I felt like all of these attempts were a little bit better, maybe except for the bottom right. And I did feel like my rotations were easier to get around. Meanwhile, my friend Tom was learning backflips, and he convinced me to give it a go as well. Here's my very first attempt. So I just tried my first backflip, and I threw my arms a little too early, so it got me through half the rotation, but then I kind of just slowly came down, and it was the most enjoyable landing I've ever done. It was like a penguin sliding on ice on its belly, and there was like no impact. I didn't eject. My skis, like my belly hit the airbag first, so it was really funny. I would never like to do that on skis, well, on snow. So I'm gonna try again. All right, time to do my second attempt at the backflip and not throw it too early.
Hit it, Charles. Yes.
That one went a lot better. Will was working on Japan 3s, and Tom was working on Cork 3s, and I decided I wanted to give that a try too. So I started off doing some carved 3s, and I was carving them really hard and trying to play with getting them corked. I knew I needed to back off on that carve a little bit, but it was still fun playing with the cork and seeing how far I could push it. Hey, good morning. It's our third and final day of this trip here at Banger Park, and it's pretty chilly this morning, but the sun is out, and hopefully once we start, I'll warm up. Today I'm going to keep working on my Cork 7 and also try to clean up my Cork 3s and do a few more backflips. Those two tricks I learned yesterday, and I'd really like to clean them up enough to be ready to take them and the Cork 7 to snow this winter. So let's get started. I got warmed up and I did a mute 5. I hadn't done many of those on this trip, but I learned them last time and wanted to do a few more. Then I got back into working on the Cork 3. Here's one where I don't get very corked, but I do get the double safety grab, so I was happy about that. Then Tom and I wanted to do our new backflip side by side, so we did that. And afterwards, Will and Tom did their front flip side by side. And then I kept working on the cork 3. I was trying to dial back the carve, but as you can see here, not carving it in so hard does make it harder to get the cork. Here is a look at my takeoffs from yesterday on the left and today on the right, and you can see I'm doing a lot better job not carving so aggressively off the jump. And then I did a backflip at the end. In our second session, I kept working on the cork 3, trying to find the sweet spot between not so harsh carving, but also getting the cork. That session didn't last long, though. Well, unfortunately, there's a hole in the airbag, so we have to wait for it to get fixed. They've deflated it. So since they're repairing the medium jump, they said we could all go up to the large jump, the new one, and I'm gonna go do a really big jump. I'm nervous. There's a magic carpet that takes you up to this jump. And here it is. So there are side hits. This guy's going down a side hit. That's pretty cool. Yeah. The takeoff doesn't look as steep as I was afraid it would be from here. I don't think I will do the side hits. That makes me nervous. But I'll try the main one. When I got to the top, Tom and Will were already up there. If you listen closely when I was going up the magic carpet, I said that the in-run didn't look as steep as I thought it was. That was me psyching myself up not to get scared. My big fear is speed on in-runs, and I tend to do speed checks and then land short. So on this one, my huge focus was just go straight, don't do a speed check, and I really didn't care what happened in the air after that. Which is good, because, as it turns out, I did this very cool flailing bird move. Oh my goodness, that was very frightening. It was fun though, but I think I should have held on to my grab a little longer, because once I let go of it, there was a lot of flailing. But that is a really big jump. Holy crap. On my second attempt, I started a little bit lower because on my first jump, I had flown pretty far and I didn't want to go as deep into the landing this time. So this one I landed shorter and it wasn't as scary. Well, I did 2 jumps on the big one and that's enough for me. The first one was, I feel like, a little better than the second one. The second one, I just panicked and didn't grab anything, but I'm still really happy I did it because for me that was just about overcoming the fear of being so high and being so long in the air. And although I wouldn't quite say that I'm not afraid of it now, at least I've done it and it's not so intimidating to think about doing big jumps like that anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to the medium jump now. It looks like they're about to open it again and it might even feel really tiny compared to that. We'll see how it goes. So at the end, I wanted to spend the rest of my time at Banger Park working on the Cork 7. I was doing my usual Cork 7s with a mute grab, but noticed I was still staying super scrunched up with my upper body instead of extending, so Tom suggested I try a tail grab and that might help me stay more extended. And it definitely did, but I took the grab with the wrong hand, so I tried again, and again I took the grab with my leading hand instead of my trailing hand as I wanted to. So I tried one more time, and this time it worked. I took the grab with my trailing hand, and it felt really good. I got the rotation around so nicely, and I could see the landing for a long time. These are all my grabs, and as you can see, I stay a lot more extended with the tail grabs. I was really happy and surprised that they worked right on my first tries, and I'm really excited to see which ones work best for me on snow. Unfortunately, I discovered this right at the very last second, so I didn't have any more time to practice them again, but we'll see what happens this winter. Hey, so we're finished with our quick trip to Banger Park. We had a really good time. We all learned new stuff. We all hit the new big jump, some of us more times than others. But overall, we're super happy. And yeah, you guys want to say something?
I thought this was going to be a photo, so I couldn't quite work out why Chelsea was speaking at first. But
Yeah,
okay.
it's a video.
Yeah.
Tom?
It was great. I don't have anything to say.
Cool. Thanks for watching. See you next time.